which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay. Well, we were planning on an administratively focused meeting for this evening. And at the moment, we are short one member who we were expecting. We do not expect member Margada this evening. He has reported that he cannot join us. Neither will member Benrose join us. But we are expecting member Laneri. So I think what we might do is take things a bit out of order in order that we can get ourselves started.
I'm sorry, John. I just wanted to let you know I did get a notification from Jim just now saying that he's not going to make it, but he did review the decision and he also approves. And then he will try to be here next month.
Okay.
Okay. Well, that puts a different spin on things. So I think then what we should do is perhaps Elizabeth and Larry can take up some of the matters in the decision that might need to be looked at.
Yes.
But I think we can't have a vote to accept the decision with only the two voting members.
That's correct. You don't have a quorum to vote, but we can still be productive we're free to discuss the changes. It's on the record that I'll be making, I've reviewed some, agree with everything I've reviewed so far. I'll further revise subject to additional comments, and then circulate it with Elena probably tomorrow, and the board will have it in plenty of time.
Yeah.
In fact, I have it open in front of me, and I'm tracking the changes. So when I redistribute this, you'll see the changes in red. You'll see the track changes.
Right. So I think I was going to go on to minutes from last month, but I think there's no point given that Jim is unavailable. So I think what I will do, in that I am recused from this case, I'm going to hand this discussion over to you, Elizabeth, since you led our discussion on this last month, and ask you to make any comments that you may have about the minutes, so that our attorney, Mark Blanchard, who has just been speaking, can make the adjustments to the decision. Maybe I just said minutes, to the decision, in order that we can present that to the members next month. So Elizabeth, if you'll take it away.
And what I'll do is I'll talk to you, and so that I think some of this you already know.
As long as it
about.
gets in the microphone.
Sure. Okay. And these are some notes on the decision.
Sure.
Okay. So coming to the third page, we have, and I think this was already brought to your attention, at the top of it, there's a piece of a sentence. Mark, I think you're aware of that. It's not a full sentence.
Yes, yeah,
Third
that was
line.
left over from an
Okay.
earlier, from
So-
an idea that was deleted.
We're good with that.
Yep.
And then a couple lines down, there's the phrase that starts, "The board found," and it should say "through." It's missing the R in that word. It says the board.
Through its personal experience.
Right.
Thank you.
Okay. Beneath that, there was some question about the word "quaint." I actually kind of like the word "quaint."
Well, it was used in the discussion. I don't
Right.
have to use it. I only
Okay.
mirrored what was said on the
Right,
record.
right,
But
right.
but that's not a legal term. I just threw it in there because
Right.
I never
Right.
hear that word.
You're capturing the
But
character of the conversation.
right, but it
I
doesn't
like
have
it.
to stay.
I like it. I don't know how you feel about it.
It's fine.
He thinks it's fine.
If we just press pause for a second, I think also this should not be viewed as like a final edit. This will
Right.
be distributed again, and
Right.
and board is free
That's
to
a very
continue
good
to.
point.
Right. So
Right.
we can sort of
Perfect.
let quaint percolate, if you will.
Right.
We could always
Perfect.
come back to it.
Good. Okay, and then going down to the second paragraph and more towards the end of it, it says, the applicant has feasible alternatives available to it, but although there have been numerous revisions, the board was, and I think we're missing the word "not satisfied."
That's
Okay.
probably the most important word in that sentence, and it was left out. So yes, absolutely. There's certainly a big difference between the board being satisfied and not satisfied.
Yes, just a
So the
wee bit.
board was not satisfied, and I just remember of Jim's comment that, that 10%
Right,
was what the board, and that's a very cogent point that was being made by the board, that the applicant didn't quite get to where the board wanted them to get to.
Right.
And that's the whole thing about the feasible
right.
alternative.
okay, perfect,
Thank you for that.
perfect. And then we have the voting record, just,
Yeah,
I think that was, if you're like me, you have the 5 board members in there.
right, as
And
just a
this
brain
time it was
freeze.
just somebody who was
Chairman.
swapped out.
I have the chairman, no offense, deleted, but I'll add in John, and I've also changed your title to acting chairperson.
Okay, perfect. And then I think at the end of it, I think, is it signed?
Oh, but, and then you'll sign it, you'll
Right.
sign this as acting chair,
Right.
yes. Yep.
And so that, I think, is, and then and I've already raised my points with you, whatever, small point, but whatever.
Yes,
you think.
I have yours by email, which I will,
I have no idea if it's valid or not, but
nope, I'll incorporate.
you can look through that.
Okay, thank
Oh,
you.
and the witnesses, sorry. And there was just one other point that during the meeting, during the long process that we considered this, we did have 2 witnesses that came, I should say 3, but 2 was husband and wife, and then there was somebody else who came to comment on the case. I believe the couple was not in favor of it, and I believe that the man who commented was supportive. So I don't know if that needs to be mentioned.
I didn't
Or
see
not.
that during the recording. I
Okay.
heard someone, the attorney was here,
Right.
and then I did hear someone make a comment from the,
This was in prior,
yeah.
so this was
I'll see if I
part of
can
the
find
long
which meeting it
process.
was, so that you can review it on the website if you want.
I'll save you the time. What I'll do is in the paragraph for public record, the history of the public record, I will just simply note that members of the public
Okay.
commented upon the application. It really don't have to go into the substance,
Yeah.
not to give them short shrift, but you
No.
don't have to go into the substance of their comment.
No, I don't think you do.
Right.
And I think that's it from
Okay.
here. Did you have any comments?
No.
Okay.
Okay, great. Thank you, Elizabeth. Thank you, Larry. Thank you, Mark.
Thank you,
So
Mark.
we're on our way with that, and we can take that up in next month's meeting. All right, then we have minutes for our June 9th meeting. I hope everybody had a chance to look at these minutes. I must say, these were some of the cleanest minutes I have ever seen
Very nice.
in my years on the ZBA. So Elena is to be commended.
Yes.
Now, that doesn't mean that you're not entitled to point out anything that may have come to your attention that we need to adjust.
No, I think everything is fine with me.
Yeah, I didn't see anything.
I had one little thing that I did want to do here, Elena, and that is in number 2 on Park Avenue, where you introduce the character of Mitchell Mayer. I think we want to call him Attorney Mitchell Mayer, just for the ease of to help the reader understand who's being
yes.
spoken of there. Other than that, I think this is just great as it is.
Yep.
And I would move that we accept the minutes with that one amendment.
I second that.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye, okay. So showing 3 in favor, we can approve those minutes with that one amendment, please. And that brings us to new business. Now, Elena made me aware of a new case coming in, 12 Rossmeany Lane. Now, I don't really want to get into the substance of the application just yet, for the reason that I want the full board to all hear, about it all at once. So, which is a bit of a shame, because tonight we have a special guest. We have Brian Barberena here, who is our Assistant Building Inspector. Thank you, Brian, for joining us. I understand it's your intention to join us regularly if you can. We are very pleased to hear that. That has been a custom that prior building inspectors have followed, and it's been of tremendous assistance to us over the years, and we're very pleased to have you here. And I think it might be that we will ask you to tell us more about this case when we have a proper application before us. But what I thought we might do with this time is to talk a bit about the application as it exists now. I understand that it did not contain a denial letter from the building department, and Elena, you asked the applicant to add that to the application,
Yes,
right?
and
Okay.
right before this meeting, I did notice that there was a follow-up email with an attachment, but I did forward to Mark. I'm not sure if you had an opportunity to look at it, because I feel like probably Mark could help us better to
Oh, I
see
see.
what,
Okay.
get more information, but I'm still missing documents.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know, I missed that email.
Okay, it's fine. It was like last minute too.
Yeah, I
It was
didn't
the
see it. I'm
very
like,
last one. It was a follow-up, and I didn't have the chance to go through it to see if the denial letter was there or not.
I'll check first thing in the morning.
Yeah. Thank you.
So my one question for Brian was, Brian, there is a denial letter for this case. Is that correct?
From Jim. This was
Oh, really?
back
Okay.
in 2022.
Oh, my.
Oh,
Okay. So isn't that interesting? All right.
Was that, I'm
Just-
sorry, was that, did it start off as a violation?
Let me figure that out. I don't think so. I think it was just a failed inspection because he built a 6-foot fence in the front yard,
Oh, okay.
and it had, the zoning code is 4-foot.
So he took a permit but went higher.
Yeah.
I got you. Okay, thank
So,
you.
I have to check the file, but I'm sure Jim issued a denial letter.
I see. Very good. Okay. So just because there was a little bit of confusion about this application, as there often is at the very beginning as the materials are being pulled together. But just so that we know, this did go to the building department. There was an inspection. It resulted in a denial letter, and that is, we can expect that can be included in the application, and we'll be on our way with that one. Interesting that it's from 2022. There must be an interesting tale to be told, and we can all look forward to that. Then, Elena, was there anything else about the application that we should take up now? I mean, if it's just ordinary business, then I think the answer is no. We just, you've instructed the applicant and you're expecting materials. But if there's something beyond that, then this might be something to mention.
Yeah, I mean, you're correct. But if you want, I can read the summary of what the applicant is expecting or applying, or I can hold that.
I think not. I think
Okay.
it's all right. I think the right time to do that is when there is a complete application and it's gone before members. Then I think, then I think we can start to discuss the substance of it. I don't really want to get into the substance of it with a partial board. Let's hold off on the substance. But the procedural part, I thought we might, profitably take up. But if it's all,
Yeah, and just to confirm, there is no denial letter. He did re-forward the same application on Monday, but I was going through it just now,
Okay.
and there isn't. So, but he's aware of it.
okay, so perhaps there is something that we could do here. Maybe you could direct him to Brian, and Brian can help him to get a copy of that in the event that maybe the applicant just doesn't have it at the moment. I mean, that's surely something that we could all help him to do, and in that way get him closer to a completed application.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay, so I guess that's really all we can do for that new case that's on the way. There is one other item of new business I wanted to mention to you, and that is that Elena forwarded an invitation to some training courses that are taking place. I think they're being offered online, and we do have, of course, a requirement to do annual training. And this is a really great opportunity to take care of that. And I've done these courses myself, and they have been really well done. So I encourage everybody to make the most of that opportunity. I think it's in the middle of August that those were being offered. So you might have another look at that email from Elena and see if that fits with your schedule. So I think that's the new business. I'm not aware of any old business pending. Okay, then I think we can make it a quick one. Yes, of course.
How many hours of study do we have to take every year? Do you remember?
Oh, I don't. But it's probably a good idea that we refresh our understanding of that and maybe circulate that among the members so that everybody is well aware of that. That's a good idea, Elizabeth. Maybe what I can do is,
I'll try and find out. I just thought you might know.
I do not remember off the top of my head, but we can get that out to members as well, and maybe amplify Elena's email to remind everybody that we should do that, and maybe spell out some of the details of that. That's a good idea. All right, then, with that, I think we can adjourn this evening's brief meeting. Not in record time, but still a pretty compact bit of business. So I move that we adjourn. Can I have a second? Thank you, Larry. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, thanks, everybody.
Thank you.
All right.
I'm Mark Fletcher.